Bun Rieu, a popular Vietnamese noodle soup that's not named pho. This soup consists of a pork broth topped with crabs and tomatoes. With a variety of ingredients, this bowl will leave an explosion in your mouth. Here are all the ingredients you'll need to make my mom's authentic recipe for Bun Rieu. You will need about 2 pounds of pork neck bone for the broth, 2 pork spare ribs, a package of fried tofu, some fried fish cakes, 6 jumbo-sized shrimp, 5 to 6 eggs, 3 tomatoes, 1 onion, 1 cup of crab meat, and 1 cup of dried shrimp. Next, you'll need 1 tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of natural mushroom seasoning, 2 teaspoons of annatto seeds, 1 tablespoon of shrimp paste, 2 tablespoons of the powdered crab soup base, 4 tablespoons of fish sauce, and lastly 3 tablespoons of crab paste. The first step is to make the broth. In a large pot, boil about 3 liters of water. Add salt, then add in the pork bones. The salt helps remove the impurities. After about 2 minutes, dump the bones into a strainer and rinse the bone off with water. Cleaning it this way will help you get that nice, clear broth. Then in a separate pot, add in 5 liters of water. This will be the pot that we use to make the broth in. Add in the clean pork bones and a whole onion. I sliced it up so it can release more flavors. Using the first pot we used to boil the pork bone, do the same for the pork spare ribs. Again, add in the salt for cleansing and let it sit for about 2 minutes before transferring it over to the pot with the broth. Now let it sit on low heat for a minimum of an hour or 2 hours for the best results. While we wait for that, we can work on step 2, which is to prep the rest of the ingredients. For the fried tofu, I'm cutting them into 1-inch cubes. Next, the tomatoes. To get them to the ideal size, cut them in half, then cut the halves into thirds. For the fried fish cakes, cut them into thin strips like so. Next, mince the dried shrimp. This process is easier if you soak the shrimp in water beforehand so the shrimp softens up. Next, you'll also want to mince the jumbo shrimp. Step 3 is to make the soup topping, which consists of a crab and egg mixture. In a large bowl, add in 1 cup of crab meat, the jumbo shrimp, the 1 cup of dried shrimp, the 3 tablespoons of crab paste, and 5 eggs. Give it a good mix so there's a nice blend of ingredients. Now on to step 4, annatto oil, which is optional. To extract the oil, add cooking oil into a small pot or pan. Dump in the annatto seeds. Once it starts to sizzle, it will be done. Don't leave it for too long or it will have a bitter taste. The reason this part is optional because it adds little to no flavor. Annatto oil is used as color dye for a red orangey color. It's used in soup and fried rice to look more appetizing. The last step is to flavor the soup. First thing you want to do is take out the onion so it doesn't get completely soggy in the broth. Then take out the pork spare ribs to be used as a topping. This leaves us with just the pork bone. Add in the 2 tablespoons of sugar to the broth, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of natural mushroom seasoning, 4 tablespoons of fish sauce, 1 tablespoon of shrimp paste, 2 tablespoons of crab soup paste, the fried tofu, the tomatoes. Then slowly pour in the crab and egg mixture. You want to let the mixture sit without touching it so the egg can form a layer on top. Lastly, add in the annatto oil if you do decide to use it. Now it's time to put together the bowl of Bun Rieu. These toppings are optional, but to make an authentic bowl, add in peeled banana leaf, add in peeled ong choy, add the pork spare ribs, then add in the soup with a combination of tomatoes, fried tofu, and the crab and egg mixture. Add in the fried fish cakes, a bit of cilantro, and herbs, chili, and lime if you'd like. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, it's your turn to get cooking.